So you want to quit your job for YouTube because you feel like your job is getting in the way of your consistency here on YouTube. And you're like, I beg, the best thing is to just quit this job and focus on YouTube. I know that I'm going to make it here on this platform. Agreed. I agree with you. You are going to eat the good of the land of this YouTube. But are you quitting because you're frustrated or because you actually have a plan? Should I go over that again? Are you quitting because you are frustrated or because you actually have a plan? Like you have a real plan and strategy. If you quit today, do you have the next 6 months sorted financially? Like you don't need to depend on anyone for the next 6 months. Do you have that in place? Do you have a content strategy? So now that you have concluded you want to quit your job and face YouTube, do you have a content strategy that will actually grow your channel? Do you also have other ways that you can actually make money if YouTube doesn't pick up as fast as you actually envisaged? Right? Do you have all of these in place? What are your answers to these questions? Because that would determine whether you are ready to actually quit your job for YouTube. And if your answers to these questions are, I'm not sure, I think so, maybe, then you have to sit back and actually have a rethink. I know you have the potentials to grow. What I want you to also know is that everyone's timeline on this YouTube is different. And so when you see someone growing and going viral, you may feel like that thing is supposed to be you. Why is it not me? And so you just want to make that decision straight up. But I want you to know that everyone's journey is different. You may quit that job today and then you go all in into creating content. What I would want you to know is that psychologically, you are already prepared that, oh, once I start creating content, my videos must do well. And now, when those expectations are not met in the time frame that you have given yourself, you start feeling drained. Your energy will not be up again because now you are looking at your bank account, your money is running out, YouTube hasn't picked up yet, your expectations aren't met yet, you start getting burnt out. And even though you now have all the time to yourself, you may not even have the energy to pick up your camera and record because you're just telling yourself, oh, the next video, is it not the same thing? Because you may have all the time to yourself, but if you are not in the right mental frame, you may not be able to pick up your camera to record. And when that does not happen, you will not see the growth that you desire. So what I would advise is that make sure you prove the concept. Make sure you prove the model. And now when you start seeing a substantive return, you cannot quit your job and say, okay, let me go all out on this YouTube. But if you haven't started earning yet, I will never advise you to quit your job for YouTube. What I will tell you is to use the money from your job to finance your YouTube dream. So you may want to get gadgets, equipment that will help you to film even in late hours. If you're that person that relies solely on your ring light and natural sunlight to be able to film, you want to now use that money from your job to invest into good lighting so that even if it's 12 midnight, 4 a.m., you can actually record and it will look crisp and it will still be looking very clear, right? So you want to pay a little sacrifice of your sleep. So if you used to sleep for straight 8 hours, you may want to cut down on it a bit so that you can have more hours to film and edit. Those are the sacrifices and investments that you should be looking at making. Financing your YouTube dream by investing in gadgets and equipment that will help you film anytime, any day. You can even have this selfie stick where you can film even when you are outside and you find an opportunity, you can actually film. Even if it's just a 5 minutes video, you bring out your selfie stick, you record on the go. That's where you already have more content for your channel. And then you stick to a realistic schedule. You don't want to tell yourself you want to be posting every day when you know that you go to work, right? So if it is 3 times a week, you can post, good. If it is twice, you can post consistently, that is good, because consistency is determined by you, right? It is not determined by someone else. Your own consistency, it has to be determined by you. So you want to stick with whatever you want to do so that even your community can know that at so time your videos will be coming up. Now once you have done this, you have proven to yourself that this is something you can actually do and you are ready to go all out, and you still feel like quitting your job for it, then you can go ahead. But until then, please, I would advise that you don't quit your job. Other than that, if you do it without actually putting all of this in place, the mental impact, it is not something you want to deal with. Trust me. Give a thumbs up to this video if you found it helpful, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel Grow with Phil if you're ready to learn, grow, and monetize here on YouTube. And also share this video with someone you know is going to be beneficial to. Thank you, and don't forget, I am rooting for you. See you in my next one.